Welcome to Great Day at 9 a.m. Scott Haney.
And I'm Nicole and Scot.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Halfway through the work week, school week.
Hump day.
Yeah. And how's the weather going to be?
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Good.
20 degrees cooler than yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was 82 yesterday, and this morning, if you thought it was cool, we'll wait till tomorrow morning. We've got a freeze watch in effect for Litchfield, for Tolland and Wyndham. Hartford, play along because those temperatures are going to be dropping. We could actually have record-breaking cold in the state tomorrow.
So does that mean we're going to be waking up in some areas with frost on our windshield?
Yes.
Like get the ice scraper out kind of frost?
Yes.
That's
in parts
crazy.
of the state, especially in inland Connecticut. So the further you get away from the shoreline, the more likely you are to see this activity. But again, that's why they put out that freeze watch. I wouldn't be surprised if frost advisories get out. It gets updated to frost advisories a little bit later on this afternoon. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's going to get cold tomorrow morning.
So cover your plants.
Cover your plants,
and wax
please.
your skis and get ready for winter.
Yeah, exactly. She's so funny.
All right, here are your top headlines this morning. A new teacher apprenticeship program is being started by our state to help deal with the critical teacher shortage. It'll start in New Britain and Waterbury. And this program is just one part of the plan that Governor Lamont laid out yesterday in an effort to help fill over 2,000 open positions at Connecticut schools. 18 districts will also hold teacher and paraeducator fairs to find staff members, which will be paid for with COVID relief funds. Laws to increase teacher salaries and reduce class sizes are also working through the state legislature right now.
I think that's a great idea to increase the salaries. Underpaid and overworked.
Yep.
So let's give those teachers the help that they need and appreciate everything that they do for us.
Yeah, they have definitely a selfless job.
Selfless.
And it's not celebrated enough. I mean, this is where our kids spend most of their time when they're not with us, right?
Mrs. Berman, Mrs. Peretz, Mrs. Cordish, Mrs. Lanuti, Ms. Granger, Mr. Singer, and Mrs. Ricky.
Are you going through all your teachers?
K through 6. I just ran through all my teachers.
Oh my gosh, I can do the same, but I don't know if you want me to. I don't want to bore you.
Well, I hope I didn't bore you.
No, you didn't. No, you're practicing your brain. That's good memory.
No, you remember your teachers. They have such an influence on your life, and they deserve the respect and the pay that everybody else gets. So.
All right, Mrs. Goodrich, Mr. Demick, some of my favorites in elementary school.
Mr. Candy in high school, one of my favorites in high school.
Aww.
So, all right, we are talking about a pediatrician who's no longer practicing here in Connecticut.
No, yeah, that pediatrician used to practice in Marlborough and has been banned now from working throughout the state of Connecticut.
And it's because he tried to get a nurse to lie and say he had COVID vaccinations. The state launched an investigation into Dr. Kenneth Inchalik after the nurse reported him in January of 2022. He was working for ProHealth Physicians at the time, but was fired after admitting to trying to lie and make a nurse lie. The doctor now works in New Hampshire.
Oh boy. I wonder if those in New Hampshire know about why he was banned here in Connecticut.
Exactly. You know, that code of ethics, that's not really too good. You know, when
lying is not good.
Not when especially when you're trying to get somebody else to lie for you, and it's a code of ethics, and you know, that Hippocratic oath.
Right, exactly.
So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But he's not in the state anymore, and this story upset me so much.
Oh my gosh.
Dozens of cats are getting emergency care after being rescued by animal control.
42 cats
11
were
of them were kittens.
Oh, they were taken out of their home in Derby. Yep, like you said, 11 of those cats were kittens.
It's so sad.
Neighbors ended up seeing the cats going through the trash, and the smell, they said, was awful.
Yeah,
so
they said the house was uninhabitable.
Here are those 11 kittens there. They're between 1 and 5 weeks old. And we've also learned that the mothers are suffering from respiratory infections and dehydration. So far, no one has been charged for hoarding the animals, and the house, as you said, Scott, has been declared unlivable. So you can donate to help defray the costs of the care of these cats, and we actually have a link for you right on the Channel 3 app to do
that's
so.
a good $5, $10, any amount of money goes to help.
Anything.
Well, 42 cats in one house. Could you imagine?
No.
No, I can't imagine it. All right, let's get a check of the forecast. We're talking about just a really spectacular day. People are coming into work going, it is so beautiful out, and it's going to be a beautiful day today. However, we've got a couple of flies in the ointment. We got that red flag warning in effect again, started at 8, goes through 8 p.m. this evening. The winds are going to be, I think these winds are going to be a little bit tougher than yesterday. And anything that does start could spread quickly. So please be vigilant. If you see something, say something, report it immediately. And then, Nicole, this is what we were just talking about, that freeze watch in effect for everybody shaded in blue. For most of inland Connecticut, so tonight, temperatures near or below 32 degrees.
My word.
It's May, the middle of May. Unbelievable. Futurecast, tomorrow's weather today. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because there's nothing on it. So let's get a check of the rest of today. Bright and beautiful. Temperatures 20 degrees cooler than where they were yesterday, but abundant sunshine wall to wall. And I'll have your 3-day forecast coming up a little bit later on in the show. All right, could a lunchtime staple soon be gone from school cafeterias? This is upsetting.
The USDA is thinking about getting rid of
chocolate milk. No.
Yep. Well, it's because, listen to this. This is a little alarming.
Okay.
The amount of sugar in flavored milk is as much as soda.
Wow.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
Well, right now, the organization is considering a ban just in elementary and middle schools. High schools would still be able to keep chocolate milk.
Okay.
And another possibility is allowing reduced sugar-flavored milk.
That's an idea.
So the final decision is expected by early next year.
Yeah, we want to know what you think, and the results of our unscientific poll are overwhelming. So far, more than 91% of the people who voted think chocolate milk should stay. You can weigh in on the Channel 3 app by clicking the Vote Now tab on our website.
Do you remember getting chocolate milk in school?
You know, I don't. I don't remember chocolate milk in school at all.
Really?
I remember the little containers. They were little, about this big, and it was white, regular, homogenized milk.
Okay. I remember the chocolate milk, and I remember I didn't get it every day. But if you had hot lunch, meaning you bought lunch at school, my mom would give me some money. So like on Fridays, if there was pizza or something I really liked, and I remember
pizza day.
And there used to be those two crates. So there would be the regular milk and then the chocolate milk, and I'd always reach for the
Always reach for that chocolate milk.
So it's a nice treat.
I will sometimes, I know this is crazy, but I will sometimes have chocolate milk for dinner. Like if I'm,
for dinner?
Yeah, like if I'm
with your dinner?
No, like
just
that's
for dinner.
it. Like if I'm not really that hungry, I'll just pour a glass of chocolate milk. It fills me up, and I'm ready to go to bed.
Well, I guess you have your protein and your dessert all in one.
And exactly, I'm gonna have to watch the sugars now. It's unbelievable.
Well, everything in moderation. And kids, don't do that at home.
Yeah, don't do that at home.
Don't have chocolate milk for dinner.
No,
you need a little bit more substantial.
A little more substantial. All right, a series on amazing moms in our state continues this morning. We're introducing you to a mom of two, bringing awareness and inclusion to all of Connecticut.
And it's all thanks to her daughter, Allie, who has autism. Channel 3's Wendell Edwards shows us how she's using her superpower for a book that could help families beyond her own. Take a look.
For Mom Gina Euricchio, a comforting tone of voice
Allie's gonna draw.
can set the mood for the rest of the day.
That's the whole essence of connection, is it can be, we never know.
Gina is a mom of two. Her daughter Allie, her oldest, is autistic, and Gina learned early how to connect with her, essentially through art.
As soon as she could pick up the pen or whatever, she was always drawing little sketches and little people.
When Allie, now 25, was diagnosed at an early age, Gina said it shifted her focus. Allie is limited verbally, and Gina said she had to become an expert practically overnight at a time when not a lot of information or services were accessible or even offered.
We gravitated to things that she liked to do because we wanted that connection.
Then in 2017, she started sharing her mom's voice and Allie's art in a daily blog.
The blog was really just musings on our life together.
She got so much feedback, she started a company called Mother Asana. Teamed with the blog, it helped highlight this mom and daughter, along with the whole family, dad and brother too, focusing on parenting and navigating the intricate life inside the autism spectrum.
Get the voice out there and kind of merge really the art with my voice and her humor and insights in the world.
All of that energy and essence culminated in this, a book written by Gina and illustrated by Allie. It's called The Art and Voice of Autism. It came out last fall.
The book is written through the seasons because we go through the seasons of our life and things change.
It's an interactive book for parents and for children. Gina says some of her favorite parts strike a good balance, both funny.
I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then.
And poignant.
You wander from room to room hunting for the diamond necklace that is already around your neck.
Gina calls this her thesis for her and Allie to the world that serves as a reference for all families.
It's not only for the family with special needs, because every family has some sort of connection, especially these days, to an autistic individual.
And that's how this amazing mom is using her voice and her daughter's gift of art.
From a mindfulness standpoint and from, you know, a place where I live, as I have everything I need
to live and showcase their truth. In Rocky Hill, Wendell Edwards, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, we're hoping to help more moms find support for their own families in our Channel 3 Mom Squad. You can join the group too. Just search Channel 3 Mom Squad or scan the code on your screen. And the answer to the questions, you'll be approved. You'll get in. Like we're closing in on 1,000 people on that Mom Squad.
Yeah, it's amazing, the community that's growing. Also, this is the book, by the way, I don't know if we could take this back, that Gina Uricchio and her daughter created that you just saw in the story. It is beautiful. A very nice book. Feel this,
yeah, no,
the quality.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
And the pictures in it, as you saw in Wendell's story. So check this out. What a great collaboration.
Terrific.